Welcome to this video guide on how to create course content within your CLS Moodle course. I'm currently on the demo course page. First thing I need to do is to turn my editing on. So go to the cog in the top right hand corner, click on it and turn your editing on. This means you've now got editing rights to your course. So we're first of all going to look at how can we change the content of the course. Let's look at changing the title of the course. So to do that, we click on the cog again and we click Edit Settings. That allows us to get to the settings page of the course where we can click in and make some changes to the title. So we could call it Demo Creative Course Sample. And again, demo, I'm going to put here creative course sample. And then we need to go down and we can look at changing the course format. We can decide that we don't like the color of the boxes that we've been using. Set the title summary text color. At the moment it's showing blue. I'm going to look at making a change on that. So we could change that to white. And then we could change the background of the box to, say, purple. Once we've done that, save and display. And now can you see we've got a slightly different colour box, white text with sort of like an indigo dark colour there. We can look at changing the summary area. Take out the word general and replace it with welcome. And then we can put some information for our learners. So this course, I'm going to put here, this course is on anything you can put in your summary box. Once you've finished it, press enter. If you want to put a picture in the summary box, click on the picture icon, click on browse, and then you go and choose a file. I've got a document here which I'm going to use. I'm going to put this picture in, click on open and upload this file. And now you can see the picture will go in. I don't want any text to go with it. I could be changing the size of the picture here. And when I've clicked save, it puts the image in for me. To move it into the center, drop the arrow down and use the center option. And then save the changes. So this course is to support your art session in the class. And what I'm going to do now is I can choose to actually have that within the grid rather than having it sort of on the front page. So I can click move this section into the grid. And can you see it moves into the grid? I'm not happy with the image that's with that section. It's got a little arrow there. So I click on change the image. And then I click to choose. And I'm going to go and find an image to replace it with. So I'm going to do the image that I put in the section, find it in your picture library, and then click upload this file. And then save your changes. And now can you see I've got the welcome and I've got a bit of picture about colour there. So now I can look at changing the section names. I've got section 1, 2, 3. I'm going to scroll down and all I need to do is click on the pens and type in the word week 1. And press enter. Click in and type week 2 and press enter. And you can just go down and rename all your sections. So let's look at now changing the picture on section 1, which is now called week 1. If it doesn't automatically change to week 1, press F5 and it will refresh your browser and then it will change for you. So let's now go and change the image on week 1. Again, choose your file. Go to your documents area or your pictures, and then you just pick the picture file up. Upload this file and save the changes. And now you can see we've got the welcome grid block and we've got the week 1 block. And that's clearly got a picture that you can choose there. We'll do it again, change the image on week 2, choose a file. And this time I'm going to go for a Mexican art theme and upload this file and save my changes. And now you can see I've got week 2 has got a picture in as well. So let's look at adding some content to this. We can scroll down, and in week 1 we can click on the summary box. So let's say week 1 is all about colour. Okay, we can make that title a bit bigger by dropping the I down and going larger. And we can even change that to a colour. Let's have a little look. We could change that to red, and we could make it bold. So now you can see we've got colour. Maybe we should add using colour. Okay. Or let's say mixing colour might be better. Mixing colour. Okay, and now again we're going to put an image under here. So we click on the image icon, and I'm going to use one that we used before. You could click on recent files, and you might find your images are actually still there. So you can just click on them and select them. Overwrite and save the image. We don't need a writing in there. And again, make that in the middle, and you can see now we've got mixing colour and we've got the nice image to accompany that. Let's look at adding a website. If I scroll down, go to URL and click on add. I'm going to give this website a name, and we're going to call it using, let's go Introduction to Watercolour. So I found a website regarding watercolour. I can go to that website. I've got some information here about brushes, about creating washes. So that might be useful for my learners to look at home. So I right click in the address bar, right click and copy, go back to my editing URL, and I right click and paste in the external URL. I can then choose how that will appear. If I click on the drop down menu, I've got the option for it to automatically open. I can embed it within the Moodle course, or I can choose to just open it or open it in a pop-up. Let's go for the embed. And once you've done, save and return to course. So now you can see the introduction to watercolour is there with the web link. Let's look at adding a handout now. So we scroll down and we look for File. Then we click on Add our file, and then we give our file a name. Let's do Colour Wheel. So now we need to click on the Add button to add the file, and I'm going to upload a file, and looking my desktop folder I created, I've got one called Colour Chart. Click on Open and upload this file. The file's gone in. Again, I can choose whether it appears automatically or let's say in a pop-up window this time. And then I can click Save and Return to Course. And now you can see I've got a website link and I've got a handout for my learners. So let's have a little look at what that looks like from the learner point of view. So if we go to our picture icon, top right hand corner, and use the drop down arrow, we can switch roles, and we can switch role to a student role, and then we can then view how the student will see the course. When they click on the welcome, they'll get the welcome screen, and then they use the directional arrows to move through. If they want to open any of your content, they click on the link, and you can see here it's opened up within the window. To get back to the course page, they can either use these arrows at the bottom of the screen. They can now go to the colour wheel. If we click on it, it takes you to the colour wheel, and you can see click on the document to open or view. And when I click on it, it should open in Word in a new window. It might take a few minutes for it to just open that. While that's opening, I'm just going to show you to get back to the main course page. They can click on the Demo Creative Course Sample. They're back on the main course page. So we can go and have a little look at that file if it's opened. No, it's still downloading at the moment, so we'll come back to that one. Let's go back to our normal role. So click on yourself and return to normal role. We can hide some of these sections. We might actually want to give the learners section 1, 2 and 3 separately, or week 1, 2 and 3 separately. So turn your editing on and you scroll down your screen. So we're going to give them week 1, but we're going to hide week 2. So you click on the edit and you click hide the selection. Just like that. Let's go week 3 and again hide. And then you just keep going down, hiding them so that the learners will only see the ones that you've not put the wink to the eye on. You can see that one's gone and that one's gone. If you want to hide the individual items, you would click on the edit button, and again you've got the option that you can hide them. So can you see it says hidden from students? If you want to unhide them, just unwink the eye. So now we're just looking at week 1 and week 2 for the learners. We've hidden the other weeks. If you look down, week 2 has been hidden and week 3 has been hidden. Other things you might want to do, you might want to add a folder if you've got lots of handouts. So click on Add an Activity, scroll down to the word Folder. Click on Folder and click on Add. And now give your folder a name. So we could call it Colour Handouts. And all the handouts regarding colour could be then popped into this folder. And then to upload each of the files, you just click on the Choose after clicking on the Page button, and then you would find the handouts that you want to add. And then you would click on Upload this file. So now we've got a folder called Colour Handouts, and within that we've got the colour chart. Save and return to the course. And now you can see you've got the colour handouts. When they click on it, they'll see all of the handouts within the folders. And you can have folders within folders as well. Go back to the main part of the course.